Hiya, welcome back to my channel. Hello. Hope you guys are all doing well. I am doing pretty good this morning, filming this in the morning. It's about 10 a.m. and if this is your first time here, thank you for joining. My name is Rose. I pretty much talk about microlocs and sometimes motherhood. If you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe, as cheesy as that sounds. And today's video is about talking about getting through the ugly stage of locks. Now, I said microlocs because microlocs is what I have, but this is applicable to microlocs, locks, traditional locks, whatever it is. I like to call it the baby teenage stage of locks, but most widely known, it's more commonly known as the ugly stage. And I keep putting in quotes because I don't like to call it the ugly stage. For me personally, it was loads of fun, and I can look back on it now and see where I can enjoy things like my hair took, felt like it dried in the blink of an eye. It was really easy to style. But yeah, I know when you're in it and you are doing comparison is the thief of joy and looking at everyone else's hair, you think, oh, I hate it. When is it gonna be all, like what you wanted? So this is what I'm here to talk about. Get you through that stage, to make sure you enjoy that stage and embrace that stage, because it is gorgeous. I don't want you guys to throw it away and think, oh, I'm gonna just weasel my way through it. And I hear a lot, especially now, I don't know what the best way to put it is, now that locks are being more widely embraced and accepted. Like, I know growing up personally for me, I used to hear a lot in my community that locks were bad or had negative connotations, and it seems like that has changed a lot in the last kind of 5 to 10 years. So I wouldn't even say 10 years, at least for my circle where I hear things, like, yeah, the last 5 to 10 years, that's right. And so I feel like even though locks are being more widely embraced, they're more acceptable, especially in like corporate spaces and things like that, I feel like people are still wanting to jump the gun and avoid the ugly stage, partly because, it's not what they fantasized when they first got locks. They fantasized the long locks that are down to the bum and all flowing and thick and gorgeous, or in microlock stage, thin and gorgeous. They don't want to go through the ugly stage. So there's things like microlock extensions, or if you've got traditional locks, like traditional sized lock extensions, so that they can get straight to the flowing stage. And so I personally, if that's what you want to do you, boo. I am an advocate of doing it the old school way, growing your hair out over the long term. But yes, so if you are one of those people that is doing it the old school way, growing your hair out the old school way, and you're finding it difficult in the shorter stages, in the beginning stages, in the baby stages, then I hope this will help you get through it. Got my trusty notebook as always, writing down the notes beforehand. Right, so first things first, why do we have quote unquote the ugly stage? I personally think if I look down, it's because I'm checking my notes. I personally think it comes from the fact that starting off, and obviously I'm intertwining my personal experience in here. It comes from the fact that when you made the decision to get locks, you saw someone like, Narissa, I think her name's Narissa Nefertiti, I can't remember. She was like the first black model in Playboy that had dreadlocks. She was in Lil Wayne and Bobby Valentino's Tell Me, the remix, that she was on the beach with the locks all, yeah. When I made the decision to get locks, I was looking at people like her, the founder of Sister Locks. There's a lady that used to run a blog. She's still on YouTube, not YouTube, sorry. She's still on Instagram, but she doesn't run the blog anymore. Her Instagram page, I believe, is called Happy Melanin. She's got gorgeous microlocs. I looked at all these people and was like, oh my God, I want that. I did not think about the fact that these people were 5, 10, 15, 20 years plus in the lock game. And so I was not going to look like that straight away. Logic told me I'm not going to look like that straight away. And because I've been a loose natural before, I was aware that you're not just going to jump from, TWA to, ooh, huge afro overnight. But I still was like, that's why I'm doing it. And so I think and it's not a bad thing, but if those people are like those kinds of images, you look on Pinterest, you look on Instagram, you look on Twitter, and you see these images and you say, I want it because that's what I want. obviously, naturally, when it hits you just how many years it takes to get there, you now look and be like, oh, I don't like it. Oh, there's there's countless people that have started their lock journeys, whether they're micro locks, sister locks, tradition locks, freeform, whatever type of lock, and it doesn't look like how they want to in the beginning, and they just, oh, I don't like it, and they cut their hair off. I'll give you a personal example. So my husband is growing out his hair. My 2-year-old son, we've never cut his hair, so he has, you know, longish hair, and it just gets braided, cornrowed every couple of weeks. I just cornrow it. My husband decided years ago that he wanted to lock his hair one day, and has now started growing out his hair. He's been growing his hair out for about, I think, about 3 or 4 months now. It's getting some lengths on it, so I just do little comb coils on the top. So like the sides are shaved, and it's got like afro on top, and I just do little comb coils. But even him, I can see he's got that kind of, I want it to be, you know, and it's not there yet. So that is part of what makes people feel a way about being in the baby lock stage, right? That's where it starts, I think. Something else I feel like that compounds the issue of realizing how long it's going to take to get to the ideal image you had in your mind is the fact that people treat locks as if they are a permanent solution to a permanent hairstyle. Now, I get that. Something like this, for example, if I want to get rid of my micro locks, which I don't anticipate doing anytime soon, I am not going to unpick these. I am going to cut my hair, shave them off. I'll probably let my hair grow out for like 6 months without returning it, and then just cut them off. I'm not picking them out. But if you have larger locks, traditional locks, freeform, you can comb them out, chuck 1,700 bottles of shampoo, conditioner in there, and you can comb them out. I know loads of people that have picked out their locks. It's not permanent, but for some reason, people behave as if you have, oh, sorry, if the lighting's gone a bit crazy, my window's open, let me close that. Better. People behave as if once you make the decision to get microlocs, that's it till you die. You can't change your mind. You can't do anything. That's it. And then you have the ugly stage where you're like, oh, I'm not sure about it. I don't really like it. And then you're like, oh God, but I've done it now. It's there forever till I die. It's not a permanent solution. Okay. You can change your mind. If you don't like them a year, 2 years, 6 months, 5 years, 15 years down the line, you can get rid of them. You can pick them out. You can cut them off. It's not a permanent style. And I feel like that compounds the issue when people realize, oh my God, it's actually going to take me 5, 6, 7 years to get the style I want. And I've done it now, I can't change my mind. It's not the case. This is what, all of these are just compounded issues, just piling on top of the other, right? This is another thing. The ugly stage is where now nosy people will now decide to come and be your hair administrators and put their big noses in business that doesn't concern them, aka the hair on your head. So when I was newly locked with my micro locks, I remember I had aunties, I had family members, I had people come to tell me how I've ruined my hair. I'm very sure I've told you guys this story so many times where I used to live in Woolwich, right, in Southeast London. And so I had gone to Woolwich, and it was at the time when my locks were like not even 2 weeks old. I was feeling very proud of myself, very beautiful. I don't think I'd even given them the first wash yet, so it must have been less than 2 weeks. So I was rocking the scalpy look. I didn't care. All I said to myself was, oh my gosh, my micro locks are done, I look fly. And I remember I was going to the meat market to buy some boiler chicken for peanut soup. If you're Ghanaian, you know what that is. And I saw one of my aunties and she stopped me. Hey Rose. Hi auntie. What? Rose, what have you done to your hair? What is this? What did it concern you? But anyway, she said that, and I said, I locked my hair, auntie. They're locks. They're just really small ones. Oh, Debbie, wait there. What's say within you cry? Hi. In English, that's just nah. This is not it, sweetheart. This is not it. You've ruined your hair. And that was not the first of that comment that I got. I got so many of them. I got them from basically everyone I knew, besides, like, I think at the time, like my sister and my partner, were the only ones that said it was cute. Everyone else was kind of like, no, badass this. I look like a plucked chicken. I didn't care. My scalp was, as in the scalpiest of scalp. It looked like I had 3 strands per lock. I don't care. At the time, I thought I was fly, but everybody else hated it. For me, what got me through people not knowing how to mind their business and keep their mouth quiet is the fact that I had been through that journey when I first went natural. When I first went natural, because I've always, I don't want to say I've always had long hair. I've always had a decent amount of hair. So when I went natural and I cut it off, and you know, I have my little afro, people weren't used to seeing me like that. People are used to seeing me with my hair straightened, you know, you wrap your hair, you take the scarf and you look all cute. People are used to that. So when they saw the afro, they were like, I don't know about this. I remember my own mum used to ask me, so you know, don't you think you're gonna relax this? Because I mean, it's not for everybody. Imagine. So I'd been through all of that, gotten like a few years down the line when my hair was looking all big and huge and the poofy look that everyone loves, and when I'm straightening, it'd be all down my back, and then everyone, oh, I love your hair. So I'd been through that. I knew that all these people that were tripping were doing the same thing they had done when I went natural. So it didn't faze me. That if you've not been through that, or you're just, I mean, everyone is different, it can really get to your head. Because when I went natural the first time around, it really got to me that I was like, wow, am I actually ugly? I mean, this is how the hair grows out my scalp, but if it don't suit me, what does that say about me? So it can really get to you, and you really, really have to try and number one, tell these people to mind the business. Like, I was a lot younger then. Now I don't really care. My mouth is reckless. Tell people to mind their business. Like, the same auntie that will tell you your hair is ruined has got 3 strands that she holds together with a little tiny rubber band and sticks her wig on. She needs to mind her business. So you really have to try and just, I hope my elbows aren't actually when I did that. I bet they are. I'm sorry if they are. You really need to try and get everyone's voices out of your head. You need to remind yourself you are fabulous, you look amazing, your hair looks fantastic, and in a few years time it's going to be that image that you have in your head where you're just going to be like, yes. Don't let no one tell you rubbish with their free strands of hair and a rubber band under their wig, okay? Another area I think this dips into is that I don't want to get into this topic too much because I don't want this video to be too long, but we are already aware of why society in general has an issue with short afro hair, why they have an issue, or why they look down on black women specifically that have short hair. There is a negative connotation with black women having short hair, and all the ones that do and rock it beautifully are, you know, saying screw you to those ideologies. But I feel like that's a part of it. I love my hair. I love how it is now. I also loved my hair. I told you, I didn't care what people were saying. I thought I was fly. I loved it when it was shorter. My hair, when I first microlocked it, was like around about bra strap length. And in the space of like 3 months, it shrunk up to chin length. People that say, oh, if you interlock your hair, you don't get shrinkage. Is a lie. You still get shrink. My hair shrunk from there all the way to here. I'm going to try, if I have old pictures, I'm going to insert them as, you know, while I'm talking. But I feel like there is something about, and it's part of what drives people to get locks, because I've heard it, so I know it's not in my head, that they feel like they can't grow their hair if it's natural or relaxed. But everyone that has locks eventually gets long hair. So if I get locks, I'll get long hair too. And there's something in there about what society makes black women believe about having shorter hair and being beautiful with it. So I feel like that is also an issue when it comes to people hating or wanting to avoid completely the ugly stage of locks. It's sad, it hurts me, but I'm aware of it. And so I feel like if I help and make you guys aware of it, it's something to think about as to why you feel like I'm not going to look good when my hair is short. Just something, just throwing it out there, like flinging chips in the oil and run away. So practical things when it comes to getting through the baby stage of locks, because it's not just the length, it's also the fact that the locks are immature. They can unravel, they can be slippage. Especially if you've gotten, like, you know, you've done micro locks, you've gone through however many days, or in my case it took 2 weeks to get all your partings and all those interlocks in. You don't want to do any damage or do anything that's going to have to make you do that whole process again. So I know practically a lot of the time you want to leave it alone, or you're scared to style it. Now, I did say with my tips for microlock newbies, gentle styling is the way forward. Low manipulation is what you want. However, that does not stop you from having fun with your hair. I feel like the most important thing to do, you know, when trying to do this to all the people that are chatting crap, is to have fun with your hair. Style it up. Go on Pinterest. Look at ways that you can modify styles. I used to do updos that I would keep in for a week. Sorry, camera stopped. I was trying to say, you know the way you do the roll and the pin? I used to do that and then put rollers in the front, and so I'd have curls, loads of curls in the front, and then it'd be pinned up in the back, and I used to rock that for a week at a time. I used to do whatever I could, and I was going all the way up there with the foundation and the makeup to make myself feel better, to look good, because obviously, even though I didn't care and I thought I looked great, I didn't want people's opinions to get to me where I'd be sitting there looking in the mirror, my hair's doing cockatoo every which every which way, and then be feeling like, oh, I hate this, I'm gonna take it out. So style it, find ways to style it, find ways to modify styles. I know when you go on places like Pinterest and stuff, you'll see all the lock styles, but you can modify them and make them work for shorter locks. It's absolutely possible. And I mean, I'm thinking of how I could make a video like that for you where you can modify styles for shorter locks, because mine are a bit lengthier, so I don't know how I'd do it, but I'm going to see if I can find a way to do that for you guys. The main thing is to have fun with it, make yourself feel beautiful, use accessories, use headbands. I used to use loads of headbands, you know, not the ones that go all the way around like the elastic one, the ones that just sit on top. Use headbands, so you could curl, if your hair's super short, you could curl it, put a headband on it, or like tie a little scarf and like with a bow. You could put pins in, you know, there's the clips I ordered some online, the ones that got like melanin, goddess, queen. You can put some of those pins in and have it like with a parting on the side. There's so many things you can do to jazz it up that are low manipulation, that will still make you feel amazing. The main thing is to make yourself feel good so you can drown out all the crap. And those same people will now come and tell you, oh girl, you look so cute. Like, anyway, the main thing is to enjoy it, have fun with it, make yourself feel beautiful. Don't be sitting there all day looking at pictures of what you want to look like and then look at yours going, oh, mine don't look like that. Oh, I hate it, I'm going to cut it off. Nah, don't do that. Believe in your source. You have your own source. Believe in your source. What I'm really trying to get to at the essence of it is I want you to enjoy this stage. The ugly stage is bollocks. We're not going to call it that no more. The baby and teenage lock stage, yes, it has its challenges, and everyone, or you know, 99% of people get locks, whether they're traditional, micro lock, freeform, whatever. They get them to have the goal that they had in mind, to get the picture that they saw that inspired them to get in the first place. Nothing wrong with that, but I don't want you to just be wishing away this time or getting extensions. And if you get extensions because you want to just have it for a little while and you take them out, whatever, but I don't know, for me personally, when you get permanent lock extensions because you want to skip that stage, I feel like there's a bit more to it, and I don't want people to do that because of feeling like they're not beautiful enough or they're not good enough, or I don't want people to do it for that reason. I want people to enjoy that stage. I enjoyed the hell out of that stage. I'll even insert pictures from when I was my wedding, which I think was maybe like a year. I think I was a year locked when I got married, and I had the cutest curls for my wedding day. I put a little clip in with like pearls and things. I looked adorable. So I really want people to enjoy that stage. All that extra crap that comes with it that I'm talking about, push it all away. Forget about it. Doesn't matter. And yeah, I just want to put this video together because I hear about people messaging me. When people message me and they say, oh, you know, I'm thinking about getting locks, I want to get locks, but I want to do this, I want to do that, and I feel it makes me upset because I'm like, for me, that was such an amazing time when I had my baby locks and I really enjoyed it, but I'm aware that I proactively did things to push all the crap out of the way, so I didn't let it affect my journey. And so I just want to encourage you guys that if you've got smaller locks or you've got short locks or you're thinking about getting locks but you don't want to go through the ugly stage, don't be afraid, just go for it. And I wouldn't say, oh, I wish I got my locks earlier, because I just feel like, you know, I got them at the right time in my life, but it's something amazing, and going through that journey teaches you so much. It teaches you patience, it teaches you like ingenuity, you got to think of different ways to style it, but it also teaches you and builds up confidence. It did for me, because of all the crap people were saying in the beginning, and seeing there's those same heifers come to tell me, oh, I love you, can you do for me? Now, like, it just teaches you a lot, and I wouldn't want people to miss out on that or skip that because they felt that they were not going to look good enough. You look amazing, sweetie. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful, a little bit encouraging for those of you in the beginning stage of your lock journey. And until the next video, bye! Oh yeah, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Yeah, give it a thumbs up. Bye.